Hey friends, welcome to this video. Slightly different video today than normal. We're not actually looking at a vacuum cleaner in this one. Today we're going to be looking at a top-loading washing machine. So what washing machine have I got for you? Well, it is a Hotpoint. It's from 1979. It belongs to my friend Richard. I'm looking after it for him along with a few other of his washing machines. So we're here in the utility room with all of my laundry equipment and a freezer as well. So I'll show you all that in a second. In this video, we're actually going to be repairing the Hotpoint. Its cold fill valve is not working properly, so we need to change it for a new one. Well, I say a new one, it's not actually new, it's a second-hand one, because the machine is filling very slowly on the cold. It's basically just dripping in, and actually the valve isn't sealing when it's off either. So if I leave the water on, I end up with a drum full of water over. Well, it takes a good few days to fill up, but it does fill up. So let me show you the machine, and I'll also show you the other laundry appliances I've got in this room. Here's the Hotpoint that we're going to be working on today. So as you can see, it's a Hotpoint 15690 Super Deluxe. Ooh, wow, it's amazing. It's got the old piano keys there for the function selector, wash options. Then there's the temperature dial in the middle. Then we have the timeline here, and then finally the program selector. As you can see, the machine is in a real mess. It needs a good clean, which we'll do. And if I open up the tub, I just put this light on. There we go. So you can see the water there that's been dripping into the machine. It needs a good clean. We will do that first of all. But just to show you what other machines I've got here. So this is my Dyson CR01. This has been in a video as well, along with its sister machine, this other Dyson. This is a slightly older one. They're both CR01s. This is a memory machine, so it's got so you can store the memory functions on it, whereas this one is not. So this is a more basic machine. Here's a selection of tools that we're going to use in order to fix the Hotpoint. And here is my trusty Miele T270C condenser tumble dryer. I've had this a couple of years now. I had to repair it recently. I actually had to take it down to my friend in Cornwall to fix this up, but it's a fantastic dryer. Really, really great. Absolutely love it. So anyway, first of all, we will give this Hotpoint a clean, and then we will try and change the valve. I'm just going to use some all-purpose cleaner in the drum here just to give this a clean. So I'll pour a bit in, like so. Don't want to use too much, really. And then just swish that around a bit, and then we can start to get this muck off. And the drum isn't locked. There we go. That's the drum locked in place. Make it a bit easier. Just give it a good scrub. Give the agitator a wipe. Oh, the water's filthy already, actually. There we go. Wow, that is really dirty. Good God. Clean the inside of the drum. Because we're actually going to be using this to do some laundry in, and we don't need all this filth in there. We're going to try and wash our socks. That would not be ideal. Oh yeah, that's looking much better now. Okay, good. Right, we'll call that done. Ugh. Wow, that is dirty. So let's drain that out, and then we'll get to work fixing it. Let's close down the lid. It's already on the spin, so let's pull this out and start it off. No, it would be a good idea if you plug it back in first, idiot. Okay, let's try that again after putting the plug in the wall. There we go, so that's all that filthy water drained away. What's that there? A bit of plastic. And we have a much cleaner drum. So that's great. Okay, so let me go and grab the fill valve and we will attempt to put it on the machine. Here we have our replacement valve. As you can see, it's a red one. So it was for hot originally, but that doesn't really matter. Hopefully this one works a bit better than the one that's currently attached to the machine does, which is exactly what we need. I think it still says H&C on the back of the machine itself, so you know where to attach the fill hoses to. But yeah, it's red, but it doesn't really matter. So now we need to get this panel off and get the valve in. Well, get the old valve out first and get the new one in. So let's take this off now. First things first is unplug it again. And then I'm going to go under here and pull the plug out, like so. And now drag the machine forward. It's quite cool with these as they're on wheels, so it's really easy to move them around. I've got the waste hose running over the back here, like so, and it runs off to the toilet. I'm not going to show you my toilet. I have a that is a definite no. I'm not showing any toilets on YouTube. So now we have a few screws and bolts to undo around here, and then this panel will, I think it flips up. I haven't done it for such a long time, I can't recall, but we'll start taking the screws out and see what we are left with. We can spin it around a bit so you can see it better. Yeah, if I pull it around like that, and I'll readjust the camera so you can see it. First things first, of course, is to get the fill hoses off, like so. Of course, the water inevitably goes everywhere when you do this. This isn't under pressure, the cold, because the valve has effectively been leaking through into the tub, so there's no pressure build-up. But we should have some on the hot. That's really tight. There we go. Gotcha. Catch as much water as possible that comes out. I try and get these in the sink, so the camera tripod's in the sink, and there we go. I knew that would happen. It's almost impossible to get everything in the right position. I've never filmed myself repairing a washing machine before. It's different. Obviously, with a vacuum cleaner, it's quite easy because they're smaller machines, but you're kind of stuck where you are with a washing machine. It's not going to move from this point. Well, certainly not very far anyway. Let me see if I can give you a better view. It's very difficult. That's the best we're going to get. So okay, let's try and get this panel off. So we start taking the screws out. I remember it's these ones. And then this bit is left here. When you take all these screws out, this frame, yeah, see it detaches from this panel. Take those out. I think we take these ones out as well. And the cardboard stays in place. This cardboard backing here. It's not cardboard, sorry, it's like a chipboard kind of thing. that. That's going to fall down there, of course. And it should just be this last one here. And there we go. Yeah, so the panel is now free. I'll put the screwdriver down. So the panel comes off like so. You're left with an earth strap there, like that. So now we can see inside the machine. And we have the programmer timer here, cold fill valve, hot fill valve, temperature selector here, and then the switch back here for your options, and then right over there in the corner is the pressure switch, so the machine knows when it's full. So now what we want to do is get this bad boy off. So let's use the long nose pliers, try and get this out of the way. This is a pain, this bloody thing is a pain in the ass. Okay, there we go, so let's get these off. So that's good, and then we have a couple of screws, one here. I think I can get it out without taking that U piece of metal off. Oh, actually maybe not. Well, we'll see in a second. We will see in a second. Get that in there. It's a really odd angle to be doing this. Normally I'd be behind the machine looking in, but because I'm filming it for you, I can't get in there. No. Now I had hoped that would just be able to come out, but no, we need to take this piece off as well. That's fine. It's not a problem. I think it's just 2 screws. This piece of plastic that covers the timer is extremely annoying. We have another one over here. And this piece of metal should come off. Let's take that away. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So that releases the valves, like so. So this is good. We're doing okay. This is just, oh my god. This annoys the hell out of me. I'll tell you that for nothing. So now we need to get the old valve off, which we do like so. Get that clip out of the way. Hold the rubber and pull it out. There we are. So that's our old valve off, and that's our knackered cold valve. Now, I'm just thinking, would it be good to check the orientation of this? Let's see. Here we are. Are those screw holes the same? Yes, they are. This bracket is bigger on the old one, but the screw holes are at the same height, which is good. So that should be okay. And I'm just going to check if they're threaded. Yeah, they are. So they are threaded. And that's worth just checking just before we put them in there, that they are threaded, and it will go in okay. So now let's pop this on here. We'll pop our new valve into the pipe like so, and we will attach the clip to hold it in place. There we go. So we can get it back on this. Probably easiest to do that whilst that is out. So yeah, there we go. Let's do that like that. Yeah. So we've got more movement then. It'll be slightly easier to get these in. Let's get the screwdriver. There we are. 1 and 2 underneath. See if we can line that up. There it is. Yeah, that works nicely. It's kind of backwards now. So this is the white one is the hot and the cold one is the red. But wow, the machine's not going anywhere, is it? It's going to stay here, or until Richard says, "I want my Hotpoint back." In which case, yes, that's fine. You come over in your vintage Volvo sports saloon and chuck it in the boot and drive it back to Bristol. We all know that's not going to happen. Now we can attach the U-frame. Line this up. slightly tricky because I can't see. There we go. That's one. Make sure this is lined up. And two. Here we are. So that's that back in place. Now hopefully these wires will stretch. Oh, this bloody thing. It's so annoying. Let's get that one on there. And we'll get this one on here. That works a bit better. There we go. Lovely. So that's back in place. Now we can put this thing back where it should go. So that's great. The valve's in. Lovely stuff. Now we just need to get this panel back on. Line that up like so. Actually, I've realised that you don't need to take these screws out completely to do the remove the panel, because they're actually, if you see there, they just kind of like slot into it, which is very useful. I didn't realise that because I'm by no means a washing machine expert. I am an enthusiastic amateur. It's amazing he hasn't electrocuted himself to death. Now this isn't going to go in, is it? Where is it? Where's the hole? I think it's there. Have I got that? Oh, yes, I think so. Yes, I have. There we go. Good, 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 good. Let's put these smaller screws in next at the top. As I said earlier, what was happening when you turn the machine on is essentially the valve wasn't releasing fully. So on a rinse, the machine would take forever to fill up. And as you all know, these drums are absolutely massive. And taking forever to fill up is not ideal, because it takes a ridiculously long time to complete a load of laundry. This isn't on right, hang on. And I knew there was a fault with the valve before taking the machine home, but I kind of hoped that maybe it was blocked, that was the reason, but sadly no. It wasn't that easy, I'm afraid. And nor is getting this panel back on. It should be easy, but it's not. And now I'm going to drop this screw on the floor. Oh no, there we go. I think that's in alright. Let's do this one next. Do the cable holder. It's so hard to see at this angle. It is. I'm sure you're all going, no, no, what are you doing? Boy, you are a bloody idiot. You don't know what you're doing. And it's only because I'm at this ridiculous angle and I cannot see anything. I do sort of know what I'm doing. Kind of ish. A little. As I say, I'm an enthusiastic amateur. See, I can't even see that hole. I can't even see it. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, dearie me. No, I can't get this on. I'm sorry, guys. I can't do it like this. I'm going to need to do this afterwards, not on camera, because I can't actually get to it. So just going to pause for a second. You know when you realise you are truly stupid, and I am truly stupid because I left the screw in there. What an absolute pillock! Oh my good lord, that's just unbelievable, isn't it? Don't tell anyone I did that, because I'll be a laughing stock too. Shh, 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 shh. Don't tell anyone. That's our little secret. What happens on YouTube stays on YouTube, okay? So, shh, quiet. Okay, I've done that, and I've made a complete fool of myself. Move this back to here. Now we've just got these screws to put in that hold the valves, hold the valve plate rather. There we go. That's that one. And where's the last screw gone? See, this always happens, doesn't it? This always happens. You can never find all the screws that you've taken out. I put them here on this towel. You saw me doing it, and now I can't find them. Okay, fine. Well, we'll leave that like that then, I suppose. It's not ideal, but okay. I don't know what happened to that. Where did I put it? Oh no, there it is. It's over there. Look, it's over there. Why didn't you point? See, that's your fault. You should have pointed me to that. You really should, because you could see that and I couldn't. There we go. Anyway, that's all the screws back in. Oh, this is going so well. This is going so well. Honestly, I'm covering myself in glory with this one, aren't I? I might actually turn the comments off for this video. Anyway, let's get these fill hoses back on. There we go, there's one. Let's get it hot on. It'd be so nice just to be able to leave the water on now, rather than having to go underneath. Every time I use the Dyson, I've had to go in and I've had to turn the flipping water off every time I finished using it. And then of course I forget and I come back and I've got a flipping tub full of water in the Hotpoint, which is extremely annoying. Okay, so good. So they're back on. I'm going to push the machine back in, plug it back in, and then we'll see if it works. Fingers crossed. Okay, so we're back in. The water's on. Let's just pull this out a sec. And we just feel around the fill hoses. It's slightly damp, but we haven't got any leaks, I don't think. But we'll come back and check that later. But I think we're looking okay. Now also what we want to check is in here, in the drum. Very difficult for you to see this. In fact, I'm going to turn you upside down and put you inside so I can see as well. So what was happening was the water was dripping from that section there, and actually it's really nice to be able to see it for once. Because the valve was shot, we were getting drips from here, and it was a constant drip, 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 and that's what was filling up the drum. This is really useful. You guys are really useful actually to be able to see under here. But goody goody, no drips. So that is looking incredibly positive. So I'm going to whip you out of the drum now, and we'll see if we'll see if the machine fills. So cross your fingers. Right, so the moment of truth. Let's close that down. Let's reset the timer. Now I can't remember what temperature these settings are, and I know that the machine will change how it fills in accordance with the number selection, and also I've seen it change on the economy wash. I don't have the instruction book for this washing machine, so I'm going completely blind into it. And I know a lot of you out there will be saying, I've had 300 of these, I know exactly what it is, I can do it in a blindfold, and I'm sure you can, but I can't because I don't know. So please don't judge me too harshly. I'm doing my best for you, honestly. I'm doing my best. But no, actually, you guys are fantastic, and I love getting your comments as well. And it's so nice to talk about these old machines. But just bear in mind, this is not my main area of knowledge. I'm much more vacuum cleaners, not washing machines. So anyway, let's give this a go. So I would assume that we're going to start with hot washes here. So we've got 1, 2 on this line, 3, 4, 5 on this line, and 6 and 7 on this line. So I would guess this is boil and 60, and this is probably maybe 50 and 40. One would be delicates, I suppose, and then 6 and 7 would probably be 40 degrees as well. So let's try 6 and 7. Let's select 6 and 7, like so. And I guess we should select 6 and 7 on the temperature dial. So we'll pull this, see what happens. Oh, okay, we have fillage. Oh, that's much better. Oh, there's so much more water coming out now, so that valve definitely busted. So that's really good. That's really good. Oh god, yeah, what a difference that is. What a massive difference. And now I think if we press the economy, yeah, if you press economy, I think that also starts the hot fill as well. I'm just going to check to see if my combi boiler's on. 2 seconds. Yes, it is. So the combi boiler's running at the same time, so we're getting hot and cold. In fact, I can feel it's warm now. That is warm water. Oh, actually, no, hang on a minute. No, I beg your pardon. The economy, I think, overrides the cold fill. So if I press this back, that switches back to cold fill. That's it, that's what it is. See, I don't know. But we're filling, which is great, and we're filling at a rapid rate. This is so much faster than what it was. And actually it's really good to clear the drum out as well. And there's different options, isn't there? There's large, what have we got here? Large load, medium load, rinse hold, short spin and eco wash. And peel off. What does that button do? Okay. Yeah, so that overrides the cold fill. That obviously keeps it on a short spin for 3, 4 and 6. That's if you want to hold your rinses, obviously, large and medium, and I think the machine defaults to a small load, although it's not small at all. Small in this context just doesn't exist. Oh, actually, yeah, it's still filling with hot water. Ah, there we go, yes. So this is a dual fill. When the E is off, it's filling with both. So we're learning here, guys, we're learning together. God, it's so much faster than it was. This is amazing. Honestly, you see, it used to take an hour at least. Oh, it was well over an hour to fill the drum up. We're getting there. So much water. So much water. I'll tell you a story about how much water this thing uses once we've filled up and we're heating or washing. Hey! Oh, look at the state of that water. Oh my god. So now if we adjust the temperature stat. Oh, why's it done that then? I thought it would stop. Oh, does it? No, hang on a minute. No, it does a. Oh, that's it. Sorry. Yeah. So now it's heating. That's right. So it does an agitation to get all the powder off the ring, which then goes into the drum. And then it starts the heating mode. Yeah, you can hear it now. You can hear it heating. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, good. The water's warm. It's not hot or anything like that, so it wasn't bringing in a huge amount. But that's cool. That's great. So it's now heating. So just wanted to tell you, right? So what I was doing was I was taking the waste pipe from the Dyson there, and I was putting it into the drum of the 15690, right? And I was running this, and this does a main wash and 2 rinses. Now, bearing in mind this has the newer software, so it uses less water. But this right will do a complete cycle, 1 wash, 2 rinse, and it will fill the drum. It will fill the drum of the Hotpoint up to there, just up to there, right? So that's one complete cycle of the Dyson, and the wash, just the wash on this, on a small load is up to there. So you imagine how much water this uses. It's insane, absolutely insane. But anyway, we're not going to wash with this today. That's the next video. So let's close that down. Push this, go to spin, and drain out. Oh no, it won't run with the lid, that's right. So much water, so much water. Oh my god, makes me feel sick. It's still going. Oh, lordy. Hey, right, going to spin now. So we're almost empty. Still going. Almost done. And we're done. There we go. Just stop that, put the brake on. Hooray! So we have a lovely clean drum. Our valves are working. It's fantastic, yes. Success! Woohoo! So that's brilliant. I'm really pleased with that. I've been wanting to do that job now for months. It's finally done. The Hotpoint is now finally working properly. So I hope you enjoyed this part 1 video where we fixed the Hotpoint, and I'll see you in part 2 where we're actually going to do some washing with it. So I'll see you then. Bye.